Hi, Jim Ruta from AdvisorCraft Media. You know, we've been honored to be a part of Mark Halpern's Power of Platinum program since its inception in 2020. Now, here's a short clip of just one of Mark's many signature ideas from the program, and we'll see you on the other side.
So once you've done the problem solving and you've established that they need insurance and you've established an amount of insurance that they need and potentially how they're going to own that insurance, personally, corporately, if it's single life, joint loss to die. So that's part one. That's part one of your mission. But part two is, how is your client going to pay for this insurance that they need? And we explain to our clients and our prospects that there are three ways to pay for insurance. One way to pay is out of cash flow. But people hate, especially if they're high net worth, they hate paying out of cash flow because they take out as minimum amounts of money that's going to be taxable, and they use that for lifestyle. And then they basically keep the bank rolling in a more secure area that sort of might shelter their money inside the company until they pull it out. So one is out of cash flow. Second way to pay for insurance is paying for it by moving taxable assets into this tax exempt asset called life insurance. So imagine for a moment that you have a client that's you're either doing the investment for them, or they've got an investment co that's taking care of their money, and they've got that famous pie chart, you know, how their assets are mixed up. You've got equities, bonds, fixed income, real estate, right? So the idea here would be having now a new pie called tax exempt life insurance and moving some of your taxable assets into this tax exempt asset. And let's measure that versus what you're currently doing. So that's the second way of funding insurance, is through moving taxable assets into this tax exempt asset. But the third way is through the use of leverage or financing, also known as an IFA, an immediate financing arrangement. And the way that this works is, once you've established your need for insurance, you can actually take money, put it into your life insurance policy, and then use the cash surrender value as an asset to borrow back 100% and now put it back into your business, your private equity, your real estate investment, whatever the case might be. And the insurance company will lend up to 100% of that cash value. And because you're borrowing to invest, you can now deduct the interest and also the net cost of pure insurance, which is very high when you're older and smaller when you're younger. And you don't even have to pay back the principal, because on death, the life insurance will first pay back the money you borrowed, and then the balance will go to your family. So that's the way sort of an IFA works. But why is it called virtual real estate? Because when one of your clients, let's say, is in the real estate business, or they're in private equity and they're making 20% on their money, or they're in the hedge fund business, they don't want to talk about life insurance, but they understand how real estate works. And I say, I sell virtual real estate. They say, real estate, I understand. What's virtual real estate? Well, I sell real estate too, but it's virtual. In the real estate world, you have your market value of the real estate, and then you have your equity. And we know that smart investors use that equity to borrow against and now reinvest it, buying more properties and looking at depreciation, etc. And in the meantime, the market value on the real estate goes up, and they bought more real estate, and they keep tapping into the equity to buy more real estate, and that portfolio goes up as well. So what's my virtual real estate? I have the same thing, but I have a life insurance policy. The death benefit of that life insurance policy is the market value. That's the market value. And the cash surrender value, that's the equity. I can go ahead and use that equity to borrow up to 100%. And sometimes if you want to borrow, you know, in the first year, it'll likely only be about 65 or 70% of the cash value versus what you put in terms of a premium. So if you want to get 100%, you might have to put in some comfort collateral to get the full 100% out. But, you know, you can use that cash value to borrow against. Now, that's the way the insurance works versus real estate. Now, who is this for? I must say, it's very important you understand who leveraged or immediate financing arrangements is for. First of all, it's for somebody who has a tax bill, an ultimate tax bill. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is they have to be comfortable with borrowing to invest. In other words, this is not a newfound language for them. They understand the power of being able to borrow and invest and deduct interest, etc. So it's for them. Number three is they have to have a healthy place to invest that borrowed money. It can't be you're borrowing the money and putting it into a GIC. You want to put that money back into your business or in your real estate portfolio. I have one client who's in the auto finance business. They make 23% on all their money. Last thing they want to do is take money out of that cash register. So the fourth thing is they have to have the ability to deduct interest either personally or corporately, right? And then the fifth thing is they need to be insurable. They need to be insurable either on a single life or on a joint last to die basis. And for the right person, that's where this virtual real estate can work. Now, that's opened the doors to some very large cases once you explain what virtual real estate is. And now it's kind of backwards. Now we can start talking about the planning, but it's the way to sort of get in front of somebody on a favorable basis. Now,
Wow. Imagine what a whole year of great ideas like that would do to maximize your performance, especially in the high net worth market. Now, remember, POP starts again January 9th, 2024. So join us at powerofplatinum.com.